one of the things that hurts the Black community is because we don't get this type of support when we have a homeless rate of 7 people dying daily. You know, a year and a half ago, a young baby died, and we didn't hear anybody, you know, give the type of hype or energy that we've seen given from uh, October 7th till now. And this is right here in Los Angeles, where Black people are dying on the sidewalks. And what we have seen a rise in this new millennium is that it's no longer white faces that are executing this against the Black community. We're seeing now that same rainbow coalition that Fred Hampton spoke about and wanted to see happen to bring all oppressed people together to liberate us. We're now seeing that rainbow coalition being the new colonizers of our communities. And we're not getting statements from other organizations, you know, speaking out, denouncing none of this. I think all three of us sitting right here know what happened to Malcolm X's grandson in 2013. And from that period forward, we have seen too many incidences to where
hold on.
We really began to question solidarity.
You said the three of us sitting up here. What about our audience? What happened to Malcolm X's grandson in 2013?
Thank you. In 2013, Malcolm Shabazz, many of us refer to as Little Malcolm, the grandson of the great El-Haj Malik El Shabazz, known to many as Malcolm X. His grandson had put out a statement in 2013 that he and his family were beginning to be hunted and terrorized by both, I believe, local agents in New York and federal agents, to where he was going out to dinner with his mom, being pulled over. He was getting stopped at airports, you know. And in his statement, he said quite often, this is done to begin to justify assassinating a person. And probably less than 2 months after he put that statement out on May 9th of 2013, young Malcolm had met an individual in Oakland, and for whatever reason, that individual had talked young Malcolm into going to Tijuana. And the story we were told was that in Tijuana, he and this individual ran up a bar tab of, I believe, $1,200. And as a result, young Malcolm was beat to death. And the individual, the Mexican individual who took him to Tijuana, we were told fled, supposedly, when this happened. And we haven't heard too many people really, other than ourselves, try to look into, speak about, and call for justice of what happened there. But as I was saying, since that time moving forward, we have, you know, the Black population in LA is down to 8% right now. And what we heard about, a year and a half ago with those tapes that came out from LA City Council, is that we have members of the brown community who are intentionally playing a role in this. And we're not seeing a whole lot of pushback. Just like we're not seeing on the streets as we hear these campaigns of nigger killers. When we look on construction sites, up and down Crenshaw, no Black people. Well, excuse me, maybe overnight to work security for minimum wage, to sit out there and freeze to death to fight your own people from getting on these other people's properties. So just saying all this to say, it's gotten to a point to where, yes, solidarity and being unified against the so-called bigger oppressor sounds great, but what we're starting to see is the same thing that Haitians saw. They weren't just fighting the French, they were also fighting the British, they were fighting the Spanish, and they were fighting mulattoes to attain their liberation. So where we would love to be in solidarity with all oppressed people to fight, because yes, we know next week ICE could be looking at us. And we also want to be clear that what we are seeing happening ain't stopped happening to us. And again, there's been no statements, even within Black organizations and movements and all of this, for everything that's happening right now. A lot of these same Black folks who we see running out there ain't been pushing to help their own people. So how folks feel or gotta say about those of us who are saying no right now, we're gonna focus on Black people, we're gonna focus on reparations, we're gonna focus on saving the Black nation first and foremost, doesn't mean we're against the Latino community. You know, I got several loved ones, Mexican, El Salvadorian, and of different races and nationalities, but as people as a whole, we're seeing hostilities, tensions, and takeovers from pretty much everybody that we were told was supposed to be part of that Rainbow Coalition. And even within movements, we're not seeing pushback against that. So however people want to feel, however people want to cast us, but we know in the future, when Black people as a whole look back in this moment, we will be on the correct side, because we're not going to keep acting like everybody ain't having a hand in the destruction of us right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.